And I allowed them to believe I was in touch with Ali Carter, that she said she was in trouble and she needed my help. And the second that I did that, 8 different content creators instantly went to work, tearing Ali Carter apart.
Yes, there were shrines used for rituals. There's bloody places. There's parts where there's limbs. People cut off limbs and want you to have sex. There's blood. There's blood that I don't even know who it belongs to. There's a lot.
He locked me in containers with his shipment of kids. There were kids in there that didn't speak English. There were kids that were sick and that were already dying. They were 6 years old, and I'll never forget them just crying, and everybody was just staring at them. Everybody was just staring at each other. Nobody knew whether or not to move.
Matter of human hunting. And when a mind control slave such as myself was stripped of clothes and turned loose in the woods, I was then hunted by George Bush, Dick Cheney, and Bill Clinton, among others. But they were the main ones.
Ali Carter just sent everyone into a frenzy after spilling major tea about what she witnessed Crusty Davis doing when she was sent off to Epstein's mansion. You see, when Ali initially started going off about her experience after she was snatched up at 15, she only used to talk about Diddy, but she never really got into Godfather, Clive Davis. And if y'all know anything about Clive, then you know he is the devil himself, literally going toe-to-toe with Epstein and Harvey Weinstein. Well, now that he's dead, Ali is finally brave enough to drag him into this too, and she isn't holding back at all. Now, like I said, when Ali first started speaking on all of this, people were not ready to accept what she was saying about their favorite celebrities. Folks were calling her crazy, saying she was doing too much, and acting like there was no way these powerful people could be involved in anything that dark. But baby, ever since the Epstein files got put out, things have been very different. Not only did those files open people's eyes to how deep this mess really goes, but what made it even creepier is how similar some of the details sounded to things Ali had already been saying for years. And one of the biggest examples is the victim people are now calling the Diary Girl. She wrote about being mistreated by Epstein over and over again, to the point where she said she didn't even feel human. One entry that had a sonogram image glued to that page read, "I can't bring myself to write what happened. I'm beyond broken. I only got 10 to 15 minutes to hold and feed her before they took her. She is mine. I want her back." Another entry said, "Tomorrow is the halfway ultrasound for Jeffrey. This one stuck. After they took the first baby who survived an early miscarriage, I think it was called, I no longer feel like a person, but a vessel. Will they take this one too?" And I already know what y'all are thinking. What exactly were they doing with the babies they took from these victims? Now that part has not been confirmed, so we're not gonna sit here and say it like it's facts. But considering everything Ali has been saying for years, people are starting to believe it may have been tied to something way darker. But it doesn't end there. There was also another lawsuit mentioned in the files that had people absolutely sick. According to the allegations, a 16-year-old girl with mosaic Down syndrome was allegedly brought into Epstein's Manhattan mansion back in 2002 and exploited by billionaire Leon Black. The lawsuit claims she was sent there through Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, and once she got there, Epstein's associates mistreated her too. And that's why people keep saying this whole Epstein situation was never just about one man. Because every time more details come out, it looks like there was an entire network of powerful people using vulnerable girls and women, while everybody around them helped cover it up. Now, of course, Leon Black denied the allegations. But baby, the internet was not buying a single word. And that's why folks started bringing up Bill Gates, too. Because for years, he tried to downplay his connection to Epstein. But the internet has been running with all kinds of nasty rumors about what actually went down in that circle, including claims that Bill allegedly caught something from one of the women connected to Epstein's world, and then brought that mess back home to infect Melinda. And then, of course, there's Virginia Giuffre, who most of y'all already know about. She was one of the loudest and most recognizable Epstein survivors, and she spent years speaking out about what happened to her. Virginia said she was recruited started when she was only 15 while working at Mar-a-Lago. According to her, Ghislaine Maxwell approached her with promises of training her as a masseuse. But instead, she ended up pulled into Epstein's world for years. And one of the biggest names she accused was Prince Andrew. She claimed she was directed to be with him more than once, and later filed a lawsuit against him that ended up being privately settled.
He asked me to dance. He is the most hideous dancer I've ever seen in my life. I mean, it was horrible, and this guy was sweating all over me. Like, his sweat was like, it was raining basically everywhere, and I was just like, whoa, grossed out from it. But I knew I had to keep him happy because that's what Jeffrey and Ghislaine would expect from me. The people on the inside are gonna keep coming up with these ridiculous excuses, like his arm was elongated, or the photo was doctored, or he came to New York to break up with Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, come on. I'm calling BS on this because that's what it is. He knows what happened. I know what happened. And there's only one of us telling the truth, and I know that's me.
Now, as I said, Ally Carter's name has been coming up a lot since the Epstein files started making rounds, and people are bringing her up for a reason. According to Ally, she was kidnapped as a teenager and taken into that Epstein world, where she claims she was sent to the island and kept in underground tunnels.
There are 3-4-year-olds that people take pride in sticking bars of children. I don't think people are going to be able to stomach the fact that people tie 2, 3, 4, 5-year-old children to horse stables and have horses and dogs with them, and then they get off on that. I don't think people are going to be able to stomach the fact that people hang children upside down in satanic ritual abuse meetings, and they literally hang them. Literally, by metal prongs, they hang them to get blood dripping out of them, and people go up under and like you're under a rainfall to take their blood.
So exactly was Clive Davis involved? Well, a lot of people don't know this, but Clive was actually mentioned in the files as one of Epstein's alleged longtime associates. And apparently, he was even receiving donations from Epstein. One of those times was during an event on April 13, 2015, at the Hasty Pudding Institute of 1770, a Harvard-affiliated nonprofit that was having its annual Order of the Golden Sphinx Gala at the Plaza Hotel in New York. Clive Davis was that year's honoree, recognized for his contributions to the entertainment industry. Apparently, Epstein donated over $50,000 to the institute, like he did every year, and also had some of the women he was mistreating on the island sent over to fill his table in his absence. Documents released by the Department of Justice, including an email from Epstein's assistant, show his assistant wrote to a group of women in 2015. "Hello, girls. Jeffrey would like you all to attend the Hasty Pudding Gala on April 13th at the Plaza Hotel," followed by, "Let me know if you can go and who else we can invite to make the 10. It's believed that Clive and the event organizers allegedly knew these women were from the island, as well as what was being done to them there, but they turned a blind eye because of the donations they were receiving from Epstein. Now, unlike what Ally said, the files didn't go into too much detail about what Clive did, but considering everything all his other associates, like Bill Gates and Leon Back, were accused of, you can already imagine what he could have possibly been getting up to. As usual, people had their thoughts, like this person, who said, "Clive is the real monster." Another person said, "Ally Carter went through unimaginable suffering, like living in hell, yet she survived. Years ago, she cried out, but no one truly listened. Now the truth is finally known, and her strength speaks for itself." But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think of Ally Carter revealing what Clive was allegedly getting up to with Epstein? And do you really think this is all part of the reason Ally has been getting silenced? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and don't forget to click here to watch this other messy video.